Lindell has done a lot of investigating about the machines, the vending machines, and attributes a lot of that fraud to China hacking machines. I'm kind of wondering, is there an overlap in your numbers and his investigation, or how does that kind of mix?
That's a great question. There's a tremendous amount of overlap, but here's what's happened. Okay, over the past 9 to 12 months, a lot of us were doing our own thing, different approaches. My big thing was voter registrations on an individual voter level, identifying how to find fictitious people on a per-person basis. I mathematically can score somebody by the letters in their name and attributes in the voter registration file to figure out if someone's real or fake. That's what I've been able to work. That's what I worked at. I enjoyed that. Trying to figure out how to come up with a mathematical score for each field. What Mike Lindell did is he focused on the traffic from the machines to, I guess you could say, to satellites. So I had this conversation with, I'm not a big fan of this unless something changes, but Mark Meadows in December. And when I spoke with him for about a half hour, and I explained to him, he goes, how would they pull it off, Bobby? That was the big question that everybody kept asking. And I said, well, China has the capability, and they've proven this, to analyze over 1 billion people in real time through facial recognition. But it's not just facial recognition. It's also not just how your face looks, but the top of your head, the way you walk. And I said they infiltrated our chips with a chip within a chip. And I actually referenced the Bloomberg article, I think, in 2018, that showed how China had put in spy chips within our computer chips. Okay? And then they used thermostats. So I said, if you can create a probability map, which I showed how to do in Arizona, that's what my testimony was about. I mapped out a probability distribution across, I think it was 1.7 million combinations? 800,000 slots were used in 1.7 million permutations across all the voter classes. But I created a probability map and showed how to engineer a fraud. I said I could rig an election in the movie. I said, you give me access to the computer, I can show you how to rig it. Nobody will catch it, but I'll do it a little different than maybe. But anyways, my point is, you got enough money, you got some people that know how to do these problems, they can solve it. And what I think China did, and I think they were in on it, and that's why you saw votes going from Pennsylvania to Georgia, is they knew who came in within the probability map and how old they were, and which names to flip, and which ones could be used that didn't show up to vote in real time. Because if you get in a bunch of mail-in ballots, you cut the amount of processing time significantly. Because you already know who's out of the data set. And math grows exponentially. Like the larger the number, it becomes a massive computation problem. When I would go through 1 million records, 900,000 records, and run 900,000 iterations through it, it would be like 810 billion calculations for one field. So now if you magnify that times a million, it starts to add up. A million times a million is a trillion. So now if you're running if you go to 2 million, it explodes